Small Summer Garden Makeover, beautiful, budget-friendly, and easy DIY ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this presentation on designing and decorating small summer gardens that are not only beautiful but also practical, economical, and deeply in tune with both present and future trends in architecture and outdoor living. Today, when we think of homes, we no longer picture just four walls and a roof. We envision living spaces that extend beyond the interior, flowing seamlessly into gardens, patios, balconies, and courtyards. For many homeowners, the garden has become an essential extension of personal lifestyle. Whether large or small, the garden is a reflection of identity, taste, and vision for sustainable living. When we speak of summer gardens, we speak of vitality. It is a celebration of sunshine, breeze, color, and life. Unlike formal gardens of the past, today's summer gardens emphasize casual elegance, natural textures, and sustainable solutions. They are designed to be lived in, not merely admired. One might ask, why place so much emphasis on small gardens? The answer lies in urbanization, lifestyle, and creativity. In modern cities, space is limited. Apartments, townhouses, and compact homes rarely allow for expansive lawns. Yet, the desire for greenery for an outdoor sanctuary is stronger than ever. A small summer garden forces creativity. It requires careful planning, thoughtful use of materials, and an understanding of proportion. The result, when done well, is a design that feels intentional, intimate, and highly personal. In fact, small gardens often feel more special than large ones because every detail counts, and every inch is designed with purpose. The foundation of a great small garden is simplicity. Too many elements can overwhelm a compact space. Instead, the design should focus on clear lines, simple geometry, and uncluttered arrangements. Balance between hard and soft elements is crucial. Stone paths, wooden decks, or minimalist benches should contrast yet harmonize with plants, flowers, and greenery. Vertical design becomes another powerful tool. When horizontal space is scarce, the garden grows upwards with trellises, wall planters, and climbing vines. Natural light and shade should be managed with pergolas, umbrellas, or trees to create comfort without losing openness. Above all, the modern garden values sustainable and economical choices, using recycled wood, reclaimed stone, and native plants that require less maintenance and less water. When choosing a style, there are countless inspirations. Minimalist Zen gardens with gravel, bamboo, and lanterns evoke calm and clarity. Mediterranean designs, with terracotta pots, lavender, and warm-toned tiles, celebrate warmth and casual beauty. The modern urban style emphasizes clean lines, concrete or metal accents, and bold plants that thrive in raised beds, complemented by dramatic lighting at night. For those who dream of romance, the rustic cottage look celebrates wildflowers, wooden fences, and vintage outdoor furniture. Each style adapts beautifully to small spaces, proving that size does not limit creativity. Beyond appearance, a summer garden offers profound psychological benefits. Greenery reduces stress, enhances focus, and encourages relaxation. Families use gardens as shared spaces for meals, play, and conversation. Individuals find in them sanctuaries for reading, meditation, or quiet reflection. The summer garden, full of light and air, enriches well-being in ways that concrete walls never can. In terms of current and emerging trends, we are witnessing a fascinating blend of tradition and innovation. Eco-friendly materials are increasingly popular, from bamboo screens to biodegradable pots. Water-smart gardening is essential in many regions, with rainwater harvesting, drip irrigation, and drought-resistant plants leading the way. Technology is playing a greater role, from solar-powered lamps to automated irrigation systems controlled by smartphone apps. Multifunctional spaces are another trend, where a single small garden becomes a dining area, lounge, and playground. Architecture itself is also changing, with indoor-outdoor blending through large glass doors, transitional furniture, and layouts that erase the line between home and nature. The future of small summer gardens points toward personalization and interaction. Gardens will not only reflect style, but also adapt to the needs of their owners, integrating smart technology, sustainable farming, and artistic expression. Imagine a vertical garden that grows vegetables for the kitchen while doubling as a living mural, or lighting that responds subtly to your presence, creating atmosphere tailored to each mood. The small summer garden is far more than decoration. It is a lifestyle choice, a sustainable vision, and a well-being solution. By following principles of simplicity, balance, and creativity, anyone can design a garden that feels luxurious yet affordable, intimate yet open, stylish yet timeless. This is the promise of the small summer garden: extremely beautiful, extremely economical, and truly for everyone. In continuing our exploration of small summer gardens, let us turn our focus toward the practical methods, design strategies, and creative touches that transform vision into reality. While the idea of a beautiful and economical garden may sound aspirational, the truth is that the path to achieving it lies in smart planning, clever use of resources, and a deep understanding of how humans interact with outdoor spaces. The first essential step is planning with intention. Too often, gardens fail not because of lack of effort, but because of scattered ideas without cohesion. A successful small garden starts with a clear layout plan. One must ask, what is the primary purpose of this space? Will it serve as a social area for entertaining guests? Will it be a retreat for relaxation? Or will it function as a practical green corner with herbs, vegetables, or fruit? By defining the garden's purpose early, design decisions become easier, and the final result feels harmonious rather than accidental. Another core strategy lies in zoning, even within a small space. Dividing the garden into functional micro-areas creates a sense of flow and richness. For example, a corner with a bench under shade becomes a quiet reading nook. A section with a raised planter box may serve as a miniature vegetable patch. A narrow wall adorned with vertical greenery becomes both art and ecosystem. These subtle divisions maximize usability without making the space feel crowded. Furniture selection is a powerful factor in shaping the garden's character. In compact gardens, oversized furniture can overwhelm the space. The best choices are foldable tables, stackable chairs, and modular benches that can be rearranged to suit different occasions. Natural materials such as wood and rattan provide warmth, while metal or resin ensures durability. Furniture also serves as an anchor for style. A rustic wooden bench reinforces cottage charm, while sleek metal chairs emphasize a modern urban feel. When it comes to planting, layering is the secret to depth and beauty. A small garden can look flat if all plants are the same height. Instead, by arranging plants in tiers, ground cover, medium shrubs, and taller plants or trees, the garden acquires dimension. Flowering plants should be positioned where their colors can be admired without blocking pathways, while fragrant herbs can be placed near sitting areas, allowing scent to enrich the experience. Equally important is seasonal planning. A garden that only looks beautiful in one season misses its full potential. By mixing perennials with seasonal flowers, evergreens with deciduous trees, the garden remains alive and changing throughout the year. In summer, blooms create vibrancy. In autumn, foliage adds warmth. In winter, textures of bark and evergreen leaves maintain structure. In spring, new growth symbolizes renewal. Lighting is another dimension that transforms a garden, especially in the evenings. Outdoor lighting should never be an afterthought. Solar-powered lights along pathways, string lights draped across pergolas, and small spotlights highlighting trees or sculptures bring drama and usability after sunset. With modern technology, lighting can even be programmed to shift in tone and intensity, creating atmospheres from festive to serene. A successful small garden also incorporates water elements, even in the simplest form. The gentle sound of trickling water from a small fountain or the reflective surface of a ceramic water bowl introduces a sensory layer that elevates the entire design. Water features need not be large or expensive. Even a recycled stone bowl with aquatic plants can add life and tranquility. As much as design focuses on beauty, functionality must always remain central. Storage is often overlooked, but in a small garden, it is essential. Compact storage benches, vertical racks for tools, or cleverly hidden compartments ensure that the space remains tidy without sacrificing style. Similarly, pathways should be designed for both aesthetics and practicality. Stones or wood planks should be placed firmly to prevent tripping, while materials must withstand weather conditions. From a sustainability perspective, plant selection should align with the local climate. Native plants require less maintenance, thrive naturally, and support local ecosystems. Additionally, using permeable surfaces like gravel or porous tiles allows rainwater to filter into the ground rather than running off wastefully. Composting bins, even in small sizes, enable homeowners to recycle kitchen waste into valuable fertilizer, completing a natural cycle of growth and renewal. One of the most exciting directions in garden design today is the fusion of architecture and landscape. Small gardens are no longer isolated outdoor areas. They are designed in conversation with the house itself. For example, wooden decking may extend from indoor flooring, creating seamless continuity. Large glass panels blur the boundary between living room and garden. Planters may be built into steps or railings, integrating greenery into the very bones of architecture. This architectural integration makes even the smallest garden feel expansive and unified with the home. Trends also show increasing interest in edible gardens, even in compact spaces. People are discovering joy and pride in growing their own herbs, tomatoes, strawberries, or peppers. Raised beds, hanging baskets, and vertical planters make it possible to cultivate fresh produce without needing large plots of land. The edible garden not only provides flavor for the kitchen, but also symbolizes sustainability and self-reliance. Another modern phenomenon is the garden as an art canvas. Instead of traditional flower beds, some homeowners treat their small garden as a living gallery. Carefully arranged succulents create geometric mosaics. Colored gravel or stones form patterns reminiscent of paintings. Sculptures or artistic installations bring personality and conversation points. In this way, the garden transcends function to become an artistic statement. Equally transformative is the role of technology. Smart irrigation systems ensure that plants receive the exact amount of water they need. Sensors can measure soil moisture, sunlight exposure, and even nutrient levels, providing insights through mobile apps. Lighting systems can be voice-controlled, while security cameras double as aesthetic lighting fixtures. The integration of technology turns a small garden into a responsive, intelligent environment that adapts to the needs of both plants and people. For families, small summer gardens can also become interactive learning environments. Children can be introduced to the cycles of nature by growing easy plants like sunflowers or mint. Simple DIY projects, such as painting pots, building birdhouses, or arranging stones, make the garden a space for creativity and bonding. These shared experiences deepen emotional connection to the garden, transforming it from a decorative feature into a family memory bank. Finally, we cannot ignore the role of personal identity in design. A garden is a mirror of the owner's personality. Some may prefer minimalist precision, others may embrace wild, natural chaos. The beauty of a small garden lies in its ability to express individuality. With so many options for plants, materials, colors, and layouts, no two small gardens need ever look the same. Through careful planning, layered planting, integration of furniture and art, sustainable practices, and modern technology, the small summer garden evolves into a true living space. It becomes not just a backdrop for life, but a central stage where daily routines, relaxation, and social moments unfold. It becomes an extension of architecture, an embodiment of lifestyle, and a celebration of creativity. Looking ahead, the small summer garden will continue to evolve as lifestyles, technologies, and environmental concerns shape new possibilities. What we see today as trends are, in many ways, the early signals of deeper transformations in how outdoor spaces are designed, used, and valued. The garden of the future will not be a static decoration, but a dynamic ecosystem, an interactive experience, and a cultural expression that speaks to the times we live in. One of the strongest forces influencing future garden design is climate change. Rising temperatures, unpredictable rainfall, and growing concerns about resource conservation are pushing designers and homeowners alike to rethink the role of water, shade, and resilience in garden planning. Drought-resistant plants, xeriscaping techniques, and efficient irrigation systems will become standard. Shade structures, from pergolas to canopies of climbing plants, will be seen not just as aesthetic features but as protective necessities. The small garden will transform into a resilient micro-landscape that helps its owners adapt to environmental shifts while still offering beauty and comfort. Another direction is the rise of biophilic design, which integrates natural elements into every corner of daily life. The idea is not only to look at plants, but to feel immersed in them. In a small summer garden, this could mean walls covered with living greenery, pathways designed with natural materials that stimulate the senses, and water features that create soothing soundscapes. This close integration of nature with human spaces enhances mental well-being, reduces stress, and strengthens the bond between people and their environment. Technology will continue to expand the garden's potential. Imagine gardens with adaptive lighting that changes color temperature to match circadian rhythms, helping residents relax in the evening or energize in the morning. Sensors could monitor air quality, soil health, and plant growth, providing data that makes the garden a living laboratory. Augmented reality might allow homeowners to visualize seasonal changes or new plant arrangements before committing to them. With technology, even the smallest garden can become intelligent, personalized, and deeply interactive. We will also see a surge in sustainable food production within small gardens. The trend towards self-sufficiency is growing, with people interested in reducing dependence on industrial supply chains while enjoying fresher, healthier food. Compact hydroponic systems, vertical farms, and modular planters will allow city dwellers to cultivate vegetables and herbs even in limited outdoor spaces. In future designs, edible plants will not be separated from decorative ones. Instead, beauty and function will merge. A wall of strawberries, for example, will provide both lush greenery and sweet fruit, proving that the garden can feed the eyes as well as the body. Cultural expression will also play an increasingly important role. The garden is no longer a universal template. It becomes a canvas where traditions, stories, and identities are expressed. A small summer garden might reflect Mediterranean warmth with lavender and olive trees, or Asian serenity with bamboo and water basins. It might even blend influences, creating hybrid designs that mirror the globalized identities of their owners. The future garden will be a stage where personal heritage and global inspiration coexist in harmony. Another fascinating trend is the emphasis on sensory experience. Instead of focusing purely on visual design, future gardens will engage all senses. Fragrant plants like jasmine or rosemary will be integrated intentionally, offering aromas that change with the time of day. Sound will be designed through wind chimes, running water, or the rustle of tall grasses. Touch will be considered in the textures of stone, wood, and foliage. Even taste, through edible flowers and herbs, will be part of the daily experience. This multisensory approach will turn the small garden into an immersive environment that uplifts mood and enhances quality of life. The role of the garden in social connection is also set to grow. In an era where people crave authentic, in-person interactions, small outdoor spaces will become intimate gathering points. Compact fire pits, foldable dining sets, or outdoor projection screens will transform gardens into versatile hubs for friends and families. Even the smallest balcony can become a stage for meaningful social experiences, whether it is a shared meal, a conversation under the stars, or a quiet evening of music. Urban planning will increasingly integrate micro-gardens into community life. Rooftop gardens, shared courtyards, and vertical green corridors will multiply, making cities greener and healthier. For individual homeowners, this means their small garden is not a private sanctuary, but also part of a larger network of green spaces that collectively shape the urban environment. This interconnected vision is essential for sustainable cities of the future. Design aesthetics will continue to evolve, but certain principles will remain timeless: simplicity, balance, and adaptability. Gardens will embrace modularity, with movable planters, lightweight furniture, and flexible layouts that allow homeowners to reconfigure spaces quickly. Colors will reflect natural palettes, earthy tones, soft greens, muted blues, while occasional bursts of bold hues will add excitement. Materials will prioritize authenticity: wood that ages gracefully, stone that tells a story, and metals that patinate with time. Ultimately, the future of the small summer garden lies in its ability to merge practicality with poetry. It must offer solutions to modern challenges, space limitations, environmental pressures, and technological integration, while also remaining a source of inspiration, beauty, and joy. Each garden will be a story told through design, a reflection of its owner's lifestyle, and a contribution to the broader ecological fabric. The journey of the small summer garden is not about scale, but about meaning. Even the tiniest patch of greenery can capture the essence of summer: warmth, vitality, renewal, and celebration of life. It is a reminder that beauty does not require grandeur, and luxury does not demand excess. With thoughtful design, creativity, and a vision for the future, the small summer garden becomes a masterpiece. Extremely beautiful, extremely economical, and a timeless testament to the harmony between human beings and nature.